All of us are like dragons, able to spew out fire whenever we please and fly across this world with all of our intentions. For better or for worse, we are all dragons in the sense that we can explode with fire. Fire, as I've stated before, is not beautiful because it goes away. A fire is beautiful because it burns. That fire within all of us allows for explosive activity in this world, and those actions lead to where we want to go. However, if you allow this dragon to spew out fire in too many directions, it becomes a problem without a path. A dragon without a path becomes a fiery problem because that fire spreads too fast. I am a human with one path that has been constantly built, shaped, and focused on for 2.5 years. And I am blessed to say that I have allowed my fire to stay in one path and learned from the mistakes of others. I will tell you the consequences of other people's fire burning in too many paths. My first job out of college was at a venture capital related company. They did make investments in companies, and I got to make investments in two. But my main job at first was to fulfill a service. The service of introducing the people we represented to the people who could use them. It was a very simple job. Get as many people on the phone to watch these people pitch as possible, and then make sure those introductions led to great conversations. You give the people who start companies and the people who start funds all of the context to win, and then you give them those introductions until they get their minimally acceptable amount. The issue became when there was not enough focus on the delivery of that service. At the peak, there were 2,700 companies that were promised 20 introductions, 54,000 in 3 months. I set the company record with 276 and had a 25-person department to fulfill the service. Were we making enough money to have more people? No. So they thought, get more companies involved and delay them until the team has the capacity. But the math never added up because there were too many companies and not enough people. At the peak of it, we had 25 people, to be clear, and I managed 13 of them. But at the very end of it, there were 4 of us, and there were 2,900 companies who had been promised introductions to people. There is no humanly possible way that could have worked. And the worst part was, there were such few people to tell people that it would work out that I had to move from making the introductions to making people feel okay and trying to put them in positions to get their money back. But there wasn't enough money for anybody, and the company went under. That's what happens when the math is wrong on an offer. And that fire exploded so fast that it pissed a lot of the world off. I learned exactly what not to do from that experience once promoted. Was it pleasant? No. Did I learn a lot? Yes. But I am able to funnel that experience into starting my own company today because I was able to focus on one path without creating extra destruction. Instead, I am creating a winning formula for everybody who touches me to feel victory throughout the entire process. That value creation requires aligned incentives and a focused path for that dragon to exist. With friends of mine, they're not. And the problem is that their fire is too explosive in a variety of directions. I'll tell you about someone I'm really close with. He's one of the smartest human beings I've ever met. IQ of over 170. Able to think through any problem and do anything in a short amount of time, whether it be dexterous or athletic or intellectual or stimulating in any capacity. This person is able to pick it up inside of 10 minutes in a way that nobody else can. But the problem is he overanalyzes, and that fire becomes destructive because every path that he tries to fulfill is unable to be fulfilled because that fire spread too fast. As I stated earlier, a fire isn't beautiful because it burns out. A fire is beautiful because it burns. After a certain point, it becomes redundant to focus on many things. If a dragon puts more fire in one place, that fire is going to spread with a concentrated effort because the heat is rising through the dragon's path. The dragon is able to wander as they please, but that dragon with a path is able to wander with effectiveness. If you can't do more of something, then the next question is, can you do something better? If you, for example, in your life are thinking, oh, I want to find a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and I'm on Hinge and Tinder and Bumble and Raya, and I'm making all of my maximum swipes per day, and I can't swipe anymore. More fire into the dating app is not going to be the way to find another person. Instead, let's do something better. Like, ask our friends if they have friends, or go to places where the people I might want to attract are. And better, in this case, allows for you to have your fire explode in the right way. Sometimes that fire isn't meant to explode in a certain way, and you can't do any more volume. So The next step is do something better. Only after exploring more and better do you consider something new. But these all apply to one singular vision. The more better new framework is the reason why a lot of people win. You are a dragon with a fire within you. It is beautiful because it burns. It is not beautiful because it goes away. Allow that fire to burn wherever your heart desires, and the rest of the world will follow suit with the explosive path you've created. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.